Is Studio Series Transformers 1 Starscream better than his Siege counterparts? Throughout the years, we've seen a few different takes on the old Cybertronian Tetrajet, surprisingly more than we have new Earth-based molds. Though 86 finally aims to change that. Neither of the recent outings have managed to outdo the 2019 classic, but this here, it might just be that next step. Tetrajet mode is pretty good. The top is super snazzy, nice and compact, with great panel management. It's a massive step up from the gappiness of the High Moon rendition, or the aesthetic kerfuffle of the Bumblebee one, though the latter was more to do with screen accuracy. On the topic, part of me wishes the wings were bigger, but they're actually bigger than the model they're based on, likely a consequence of the conversion. Still, by virtue of being a deluxe, the underside is going to be significantly messier. That's fine, it's just the cost of doing deluxe business, but as a result, I think these two end up tied in vehicle mode. Transformation ain't as good though, but it's still quite fun for a Studio Series Deluxe. It's absolutely got that modern Kunihiro charm with how it handles some of its kibble, even if by and large the pieces end up in the same place as they would on the Siege version. It's far from the best the line has to offer conversion-wise, but if you're into the transformation style Studio Series brings, you'll like this one. Probably not love it, but it's still fun to flip back and forth, and the robo mode is almost there. The detail is very lovely on this. You can tell they've put a lot of effort into recreating his character design and silhouettes than, say, Bumblebee. There's not a lot of paint on show, but where it does show up, it does quite well. I still much prefer if they'd gone for the metallic look, but I think that ship has sailed. Profit margins have increased, and paintwork is gonna suffer. Despite not having the best articulation, it's quite an expressive piece, and wonderfully makes use of its deep ankles. Also, stand ports. Yes, thank you! It does fall short in a few areas though. Again, due to the fact it's a deluxe, the articulation is a little lacking in some areas. Wrists, ankles, and waist are all on the chopping block, to make way for the more complex backpack. Said backpack can also be a pain with how many hinges it uses, and I really don't like how the wingtips fall forwards instead of backwards. The gun is also a bit iffy. I get the necessity to make it do something, but this is pretty daft. Also, the head sculpt is way too stretched, and that neck is really out of place. Ultimately, this is a very good deluxe. Wouldn't mind collecting a bunch of these, especially at the deluxe price. More than I can say for the last two Tetrajet attempts. It's a nice throwback to the classics lineup, and it lays the groundwork for a whole plethora of similar seekers. It's no Siege Tetrajet though. It just doesn't have the same prestige that mold has, with its simple brilliance. But honestly, it doesn't have to. It does what it does pretty damn well, and even if it's not the greatest figure ever, not every figure has to be.